confidence in their IDs.
Go ahead, Steve.
And it's definitely a coral. Or dead sponge. We have some crinoids around it, feather stars.
We don't know what kind it is. Oh, there's little shrimp in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very pretty. The polyps almost have a little bit of pink to them.
And those shrimp are definitely associating with the coral.
Yeah.
They almost seem like they're tending to it.
I like that imagery. This little gardeners.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what they look like. Snip, snip here, snip, snip
Yeah.
there.
It's funny, that's exactly what I was
So
thinking
cute.
in my head as well.
I can almost hear them singing.
Mm-hmm.
They're whistling while they work. Yeah. I think that's plenty for hopefully someone to get an ID, a positive ID.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but it looks like I cannot say this at all. Scientific names are hard. Acanella species?
Can you put that in the science chat? I'll copy and paste that into our observations. I'm not even going to guess, but I know how to spell that.
Oh, she did. It's in the...
Acanella. Got it. Thank you.
Bridge nav.
Oh, and that's a mushroom coral? I can recognize that too now.
Another 100 meters, 120.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
They're everywhere, but they're so cool to look at. They look like little alien mushrooms.
Yes. Well, I think calling them a mushroom is just sort of a misnomer. We should have come up with a different name.
Ooh, we're getting a different sponge.
Oh, hey.
Even though it's probably dead. Is it a
It's
heterocone?
dead.
No.
No, it's not a heterocone.
Not. No. It's so sedimented.
Dead, though. But it is a different species.
Well, we know this revel's been here for a long time. There's all these sponges on it.
Got time for a quick zoom there if you want.
I could go either way. Yeah.
Okay, moving on. How long till we're up to the top? This shift?
I think maybe exceeding this shift. Let's see. 1, 2, 0, 1, 2. Let's double check my math here. Yeah, I'd say probably about 2.5 hours.
To get to that pad there?
Yeah, the very peak of this feature.
Yeah.
It's going 0.2 knots is 3 hours, 3.5 hours, and going 0.5 is an hour and a half. So somewhere in between then.
0.4 right now.
Yeah, 0.3, 0.4. So that'll be somewhere in there, 2.5 hours.
0.3. Roger.
Well, hopefully the next
have a
watch
go?
will get there then.
Sure.
Yeah, let's have a go.
And a trade pilot say.
There's another rockfish. We haven't seen one of those in a while.
Looks like a thorny head again.
Oh, there's Bathopathes. Ooh.
A big one. And
There's
a couple
two
of them. Yeah,
Yeah.
So what are Bathopathes?
Black
What's coming
coral.
up right in front of
Yeah, this
Yeah,
black
the
coral.
fan feathery looking ones.
Nice.
Yes, that's pretty.
I saved all the excitement for you, Jake. We're gonna change to 135. Yeah. Bridge nav. 135. Okay. Change course to 135. Thank you.
You'll have to bump your auto XY on and off once you change course.
Yep.
Because it doesn't appear to change course over ground when you change your heading.
Oh yeah, I think I also recall Jen saying you guys saw some sea spiders earlier.
I wasn't on
Which
for
sounds
that.
awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah, I haven't seen any on this shift, but oh, there's a swimming crinoid just passing the bottom of the lasers. So small.
Yeah, there was an encrusting sponge on that rock too. It just completely covered it. That one rock in particular. But yeah, the large pycnogonids, those are my favorite, those big ones. I wonder if they saw those.
How deep do you have to be before deep sea gigantism starts becoming more of a thing? I feel like it's pretty deep.
Yeah, I don't know.
What is that, Lizzie, that you're talking about?
It's an odd phenomena that I am not sure that I completely understand myself, but so there's organisms that we would see in shallower waters that have smaller body sizes, but the deep sea versions or the same species that live in the deep sea are much, much larger than their shallow water versions, and it's called deep sea gigantism. And I think a good example, a good example is an isopod, which essentially looks like a giant, it's like a pill bug, essentially, but the marine version of it. And they're pretty small, and all occurrences that, that we would experience on a regular working within diveable depths. But in the deep sea, they can get as big as, I don't know why I thought this, but like a large hoagie sandwich. I think I'm hungry. So something quite large. And it's the stuff of nightmares. It's terrifying, at least for that particular organism. And then same with the sea spiders. So there are sea spiders that are within shallow diveable depths that can be as small as your pinky nail, if not smaller. But in the deep sea, they can get quite large again, 1 to 2 feet across, depending on how long their legs are. And it's the tendency for invertebrates in particular to be larger than their shallow water relatives. It says proposed explanations for this type of gigantism include the fact that the deep sea is a much colder temperature. There's a lot of food scarcity and reduced predation pressure in the deep sea. But
So they have the ability to get bigger.
I suppose so. The lack of predation makes sense to me, but if there's less food, how do you have the energy to build a bigger body plan? And the cold temperature doesn't quite make sense to me.
Well, I think your metabolism is lower, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just thinking of the elephant and the mouse example.
Right.
So that would make more sense, I suppose.
What is that to the left? Well, we just went past it. It's okay.
I think it might have been another Freya.
Is that what you're talking about? Bottom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another
It's just a
Freya.
Freya with some old, with dead stuff on it. Yeah. Thank you.
This right here?
Yeah, I think they just wanted to.
It's fine. We saw it. Thank you.
Yes, I was close. So if you thought of a 12-inch hoagie, there was somewhere someone dredged a gigantic isopod that was 11 inches in length. So that really wasn't a bad analogy to make in terms of size.
You got the size correct.
I saw one of those giant isopods in somebody's office. They're quite terrifying.
Oh,
It was
nothing.
in alcohol.
That can stay in the deep sea.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to come up.
Yeah, especially not in a jar with alcohol.
Fish tank.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah, so-
quite curious to see the amount of dead dead sponge here.
Yeah.
So should we do
Mysterious.
another transect, perhaps? Since we're traveling anyways.
We can do that. Let me just double check. We are now, well past the end of our last one, about 250 meters. So whenever you say the word, we can do it. We'll be on 135.
Oh, can we zoom in on that coral that's growing on that sponge really quickly?
Yes.
The one I just went over?
To the left.
Oh, this one.
Right
Okay.
there.
No, it's in
Yes.
screen.
Oh,
Thank you.
yeah, but it's to the left.
Steve, you can zoom.
That one looks slightly different than the one we were just looking at. Oh yeah, it's a yellow guy.
Taylor,
Thank
did
you.
you have a guess? I didn't hear that.
Oh yeah, I'm not sure at all.
okay.
It could be a primnoid. It looks almost, it's definitely not Calogorgia, but it looks similar.
Yeah, I don't know what that
Primnoidy. Okay. Thank you.
So Taylor, and you think the other one that we saw was a Lepidiscus bamboo coral?
Yeah, it could have been, since it was a single stock.
The one with the
Yeah.
shrimp that were
The single
tending
stock.
to it?
The single-stalked ones were probably Lepidiscus, but the branched one could have been, I think it's Ancanella species, but I'm not sure. But that's what it looked like. to me.
It's great that we have a coral person here with us on watch.
Oh, I'm just learning from everyone else around me.
Yeah, but
You've
sounds
seen
like
more.
you know a little bit more than us. Yeah,
Oh, what's that yellow guy?
yeah.
Can we do a
Is that a
zoom on
sea
that as
star?
well?
The guy on the lasers?
Oh, it is. Never mind. Yeah, that's a sea star. Never mind. I thought it was going to be a funky sponge, but he tricked me.
With his rabbit ears.
I was just excited that we were seeing new things.
Although this isn't yielding the big corals and sponges that we thought it would, it's still
It's
interesting
like a dead
habitat.
one.
Yeah, it's a dead coral of some kind.
Yeah. No, it's definitely interesting. And again, just because we've been relatively shallow on our previous 2 dives, I feel like it's super interesting to see the species that grow in depths twice as deep as we were before.
Big stalked tunicate, or maybe that's a stalk sponge. Find out. Bathypathes at the base. Yeah. Nice. Excellent.
Do we want to take it out? Does it have a skate? Oh no, what is on it? Oh no, sorry. We're all looking at different things. So you're looking at the coral, and I was looking at the stalk next to it, which is the stalk tunicate, or not?
Seems that
What
way.
is that?
That almost looks like a coral. Can we zoom in on that too?
Yep.
I think that might be, it was a coral and maybe a tunicate's on it.
Or maybe the coral is growing. No, that wouldn't make any sense.
Unless they're like those soft corals.
It could be a soft coral. I don't know
Interesting.
what the stem,
Oh.
is the stem the tunicate or is the stem the coral? Hard to say.
Right.
That is very interesting.
Yeah.
And then it has some crinoids on it.
Unsure.
Yeah, it looks like maybe a soft coral or some hydroids or something. I would assume one of those soft corals we saw.
Yeah.
Like oh, there's a shrimp again with the bathypathes.
Oh yeah.
That's cute.
Zoom.
They're so small. Thank you. Great zoom. Another bathypathes? A few. One on the left, one on the right. Another big stick.
Bridge snap.
That was definitely a coral because I saw the polyps on it.
Yeah, I think that
Agreed.
one's Lepidopsis.
Okay.
Oh, did we start that
Where's
transect or
Oliver?
not?
I don't think so.
Okay,
No.
copy that.
I hope not, because I've been
I
flying
was
around.
just thinking we zoomed.
Yeah. No, we haven't started it.
Okay.
Let's go a little bit further until we hit a bit more boulder field, and then we'll start again.
Sure.
Oh, what's this guy?
Is that a small
This-
Christmas tree?
This may be that same unknown coral we were seeing earlier.
Yeah, can we get a quick zoom?
Yep, see if you can zoom.
So is this something that we should try and collect?
This does look like a black coral.
Yeah, I don't know. It could be antipathes or no, dendropathes. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
What do you think, Lizzie? Should we try and collect it?
Sure. Yeah,
Okay.
do we have the cutters?
We do.
Bridge nav.
Yeah, let's get a piece.
Okay.
It definitely has a black skeleton under there.
Hold position. See if I need to back up.
So now I need to put on my Meredith hat, and she was saying really all of these species are of interest.
Yeah.
Shoot.
I want to come a
Come wide.
little
Would it
closer.
be hard?
So I can.
So how big is it? Could we pick up the whole rock? Oh no.
Not too close.
Don't want to run it over.
I think we could pick up the whole rock, but we'd have to break apart the
I'd back out
coral
way just a little
to
bit.
fit it. I don't
Oh
know.
no, then
We have
let's
the
just
space.
cut off the piece then. That's fine. We can just cut off a piece. It does look like a Christmas tree. Like a
Yeah,
satchel
it's definitely some kind of black coral.
Oh, we're getting a crinoid show there.
That would,
Ooh.
Very
if we
cool.
pick up the whole rock, it'll fit in the port bio box. What's your other
Whatever's easiest
rock encrusting
for you.
sponge there? That's all right to mix them up.
Yeah, that would be fine.
Yeah, that should be fine.
Zoom in a bit there. Thanks.
Argus is going to pass over Herc, but I'm pretty fine
Roger.
with it. I'll keep an eye.
It's pretty big. Bigger than I thought at first.
Go, what about those big starboard boxes?
Yeah, it's bigger than I thought. It won't fit in the box without. We'd have to cut it down.
Yeah, that's fine. Thanks for trying.
What do you want to do? Just get a snip then?
A snip.
Yeah, I think a snip would be great.
Zoom in a bit more. Yes, do. Thanks.
Yeah, it doesn't quite look like an antipathes. Maybe
Yeah.
it is a dendropathes?
Do you guys want to, sorry, do you want a branching snip?
Sure. Yeah, I think the branching pattern would be helpful.
Yeah.
Although we do have the good footage of it, so maybe that's less important.
Tilt down just a bit for me, Jake.
So this is sample 12.
That's good.
Yes, sample number 12.
Nice. It really does look like a Christmas tree branch.
Do you want to get a
Yeah.
real tight zoom on the polyps before we put it in?
Yes. Thank you.
They're on the other side.
I can smell pine. Does look like a
Can't
Christmas
wait.
tree branch.
Right? It's cool.
Sorry, that was 12?
Yes.
Yes. Correct.
Wow.
Sorry. Somebody turned on the light.
26.
That was me.
Cool.
Very pretty.
Yeah, really great polyp.
Black corals are my favorite.
So,
Yes.
we can put this in with the rock? With
so.
the
Yeah,
rock with
I
the
don't think that would be an
encrusted sponge in the
issue.
front? Yeah, sweet.
So that's forward A?
Yep.
Okay.
You want to rack the camera back for me?
Yeah.
If you haven't already. Cheers. practice to rack it back while we're in the box there.
I think I can come out a little bit more. Oh no. Dead.
Thanks, Taylor, and I'll add that it might be dendropathies.
I'm not sure, but hopefully.
No, I'll put I'll put question mark with it.
Okay.
Forgot we had that sea star.
Nicely done.
Thank you.
Rack the camera out.
So let's just let's move forward for a little bit more and see what we find. And then we can start a transect
Roger.
Roger that.
again.
Once you get out in front, I'll call it in. That's going to be delayed anyway. Bridge nav. 100 meters, 135, speed 0.3. Thank you.
There was another branch of that Christmas tree coral, like a little Christmas tree farm here.
It'd be a fun thing to name a site, a little Christmas tree farm. Two different species of grenadier that we're looking at?
Yes.
I didn't realize that group was so diverse.
Is this another one? Yeah, there's two
Two big ones.
coming out. Yeah. Look it up. They have a large and diverse family with 28 extant genera.
Wow.
And I think on our coast there might be at least 10.
Oh, there's it. Oh, I thought I had a sea star in its mouth for a second.
I know, I was looking at that. I was like, what on earth? That looks like a folded over anemone.
I'm going to do a zoom on Argus for a second.
Okay.
Just get a sense of the scale of these kind of things.
Is that a Venus flytrap anemone? Is that why it's folded over?
Do we have time to check that out?
Take a closer look.
Yeah, we got time.
A little bit ahead of the ship anyway. Or ahead of Argus.
Okay.
Or the ship's moving.
Let's check it out.
So they got big old eyeballs on them.
It does look like a Venus flytrap. Unfortunately, from this angle,
I mean, at this angle, that's what it looks like.
yeah.
Cool.
I think you're right.
Yeah, I think that's what that is. Just did a quick Google and it looks pretty darn similar. It's got like a bumpy outer layer, and its little tentacles are that pinkish orange color.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, that is a big fish.
Yeah.
It's definitely over a meter, I think. If you look in the Argus cam, compare it to Hercules.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Coral in the background.
Yeah,
Where's
coming into
that?
view.
Oh, nice. That might be similar to the one we just collected. Or different?
It doesn't look like a Christmas tree coral.
No. Can we do a zoom when we get there? Paragorgia?
Does look like a
Yeah.
Paragorgia.
It
Well,
does
this
have
might
that
actually
sort
be
of
that
globular
Cybo. I think we're going to want a collection of this. This could be because we're so deep at, Erica and
Bridge now.
Meredith have been talking about this. Cybogorgia. Oh no, it's still published depth range is like 2,500 meters and deeper.
Was this
Does
the
it have a
Sabata
brittle
Gorgia?
star living in it?
Oh yeah, it's covered in basket stars.
Yeah. I'm
Nice
sorry,
landing.
basket stars, not brittle stars. Yes.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and settle in there.
Yeah, can we get a clipping of this?
Roger, we'll get a collection. I think I'll have to back Argus up to do something with it. Which way is Argus facing? 90, so that means we're going.
So would this be a difficult specimen to take a 3D model of?
Give it a little
To
more
do
vert.
I don't think so.
So before we do a clipping, can we do that?
You want to pirouette
Can we
around
do
it and
a-
try to get a 3D model?
Yes, please, because I think it's interesting to have the basket stars and the coral, and it seems to be up on a pointy rock, so maybe we
Seem
could
to be
get a
just
good.
moving some rocks around.
See what's happening there in Argus? You're on a hill like this.
Yeah.
So the front of the vehicle's landing. So if you give it too much vert, like I just said, what the vehicle's trying to do that.
Yeah.
And then so what you got to do is gently land. So less vert. You had it at first, and then I screwed you up by.
I don't know if you caught that, but we're gonna try to pirouette for a.
Yeah, got that.
Okay.
That's it.
And we'll need the lasers off.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem live.
So was this the Sabata Gorgia? Sabata Gorgia? Or are we just are saying it's a Paragorgia?
It's, I don't know, can't tell if it's a Cybogorgia or a Paragorgia. It's a lot thinner than the ones we were seeing previously.
Yeah, I'm wondering what the texture will be like when we cut it. The master collection list that Meredith has. Just because I had seen in this science chat on our last side of Channel Islands, Erica Burton at Monterey Bay going back with Meredith about how
Just lost
Yeah, I think we just
audio
lost
from
her,
Lizzie, I think.
but she'll be back.
Oh, here I am. Sorry.
So what were you saying that we
Oh,
lost you when you
Erica.
were trying to...
Yeah, Erica and Meredith were going back and forth yesterday about how to identify the Cybogorgia versus a Paragorgia species. And Meredith has it in her spreadsheet that the published depth range of the Cybo is 2,500 meters to 3,000. So we're not quite in that depth range, but I wonder, it says white to light pink polyps, when small, look similar to Paragorgia, but they're found deeper. So, I mean, it's very, very similar to Paragorgia. I mean, who knows? Maybe overcomplicating it, and it is, but she said she was definitely interested in things from this depth range, so.
Okay,
But it does
so
look
after
like more petite.
Yeah. Is there a way to view a waveform on there?
Yeah, but you have to turn off the interval shooting.
What's the interval set at right now?
30 seconds.
Is that going to be enough for the... I mean, it looks over. I mean, it looks overexposed, but you know, depending on whether those highlights are clipping, it might be salvageable. Yeah.
How's it going back there, Taylor Ann?
Clicking.
Clicking.
So what is it that you're doing, Taylor? On you're making when they say clicking? What is it that you're doing?
Yeah, I'm just taking screen grabs of the rotation around this species for you guys to help with the 3D mosaic.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Yeah, so they said take a couple passes in different directions, and what you're doing is exactly what I think you're supposed to do, so that we get all sides of it.
Tails hitting. Yep, yep.
I'm just looking at it. Yeah, you are losing. That is overexposed there. So, yep, you could stop down on the aperture, or I would, yeah, try taking that down, that ISO there. Try taking the ISO down. Okay, well then, you go over to the aperture and bring it up to 9. I think it was on 9 the other day. Where it says 5, yep, right there. Yep. Oh, sorry, the other direction. Yep. Yeah, I mean, this is these corals are just so much brighter than anything else around. Yeah, I mean, can we bring the shutter speed up, Jake? Is there any?
Yeah, I mean, you can change anything.
Yeah.
Anything. I just set it to the recommendations that were on the...
Okay. Yep, bring that. Yep.
Yeah, that'll darken it up a bit, right?
Yeah. I would do one more. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you look at the waveform, it looks underexposed, but that's because everything is pretty much. But we want to focus on the the coral itself, right? So.
Yes.
What, you can set a focus point?
You can do an autofocus.
I don't know.
Want me to back it up and get it in the center?
Yeah, I would focus on your pirouette to try to keep it in the center on the pirouette rather than change your focus point.
Yeah, I was looking at the
Yeah.
use.
So have we gotten all the way around on the sponge side? Because I know we rotated around.
Which
okay. Yeah.
Which computer is it?
What? Back up just a little bit.
Computer is still cam. That's what you're asking, Steve.
Yeah. Jake, can you fly with that monitor on the left?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. Let me know if you want me to put it up on
Yep.
Yeah, scroll down again to that waveform. Go, bring the shutter speed a little bit slower again, now that we've backed off. Maybe down to back down. Yeah, give that a shot. It's good. Yep.
Yeah, it won't let you do interval shooting in the same folder.
It's okay if this isn't a great candidate either.
Yes,
You can let us
that's
know.
fine.
I mean, it's up to you guys. We're just kind of toying with the still camera, trying to get it. It was a little overexposed, so we're trying to fix it. Yep.
So if it's something that you think you can fix, then we can still try and do it. But if because the coral is so light and the background is so dark that it's still just going to be pushing it, then we can just collect and we can try and find do it another time.
Yep. I mean, we can collect right now if you want. We did collect a good amount of imagery. I know Taylor Ann was clicking back there. So.
Yeah, we didn't get all the way around it, but
we could finish the pirouette and then sit down. I think.
Okay.
It's just
Let's
about
do
set
that.
up over there. Yeah, wait till he's set up.
Yeah, you have to make a new one. It won't let you. If there's images already in there, it won't let you. No, you can do that.
Do we have to start a whole new pirouette, or can we add to the one that we already started?
This PC?
We can circumnavigate it just one more time, I think.
All right. We're starting up the still cam right now. So.
And did you get it down to 10 seconds, that interval?
Come up a little bit because it's the tail of Herc is hitting. The tail of Herc is hitting the rocks. So, a little bit.
I can also zoom too.
Yeah, you can
if you want to get
a little bit.
tighter.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to be a little. I think. Try and get the hose out. Okay.
You can tilt back down. I'll zoom past it. I think it's good now. Thanks for your patience. Yeah, we wanted to get that second camera going because we can use the multiple cameras to capture different angles and get a better model.
The
No
still camera
worries.
has
I
a little bit of resolution than the Zeus too.
yeah. We appreciate your, your expertise and everything that you do to try to get what we need. But I like this example. I think it's sort of a classic example of a deep sea coral, and I think it's pretty cool having the basket star at the tip of the branches of this coral species, and you can see some of the basket's coral arms are outstretched, trying to catch the current and any plankton that they could catch and feed on.
Yeah, it definitely shows how they provide habitat.
Yeah.
Those are supposed to be good low light cameras. No, haven't seen that. Which PC did you say it was on?
All right.
Can,
Full pirouette now. I mean, that was good.
yeah, you went around that, so might as well continue. So the still cam,
Okay.
still cam gets all the images it needs.
PC
Gotta back
itself,
up a little
it's
bit.
called
Still
still.
cam.
Yeah, still cam is what it says on the KVM.
So Lizzie, we don't mark this as a sample taken, right? It's just a video.
It's weird.
Yeah, just the
Correct.
general timestamp so we know where to look.
Yeah, I'll do that.
I don't have that one here.
Only half a turn. Yeah, I was negative the other way. Okay. All good by me.
That's a good job of keeping it in the center of frame on the other camera, Jake. Thanks.
So don't you think this would make a great 3D model to take to school groups and talk about the importance of deep sea corals and the habitat that they form?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
That you could take with you to classrooms. I think Liz is out. Maybe she's on mute.
Now I have a full rep.
So when I know you have the 0 to 1 measure. I know you said you have the 0 to 1 measurement for the turns of. So if you go past a full turn, does it start 1.1? Okay, so you can count actually. Okay. 0.1. Yeah. So did we want to collect a sample of this as well?
I think so.
Yes,
Okay, great.
correct.
How do you want me to set down? It's right here.
This is sample 13.
Yes.
Cameron?
Sample 13.
I wonder if we lost Lizzie. Or maybe she took a little break.
I'm back now. It's kind of kicking me on and off, but I'm here.
Yes, same was happening for me. So with these 3D models, we can print them out, correct? On a 3D printer?
So for this one in particular, the structure from motion at this resolution is a little bit tricky. I think this one might be a little bit difficult to print. In theory, it's possible.
Okay, is it because it's also just too fine? Just too branchy? Is that what you mean?
No, so if I took this whole thing and I personally also only know how to scan and print using a very specific set of softwares at the UCSB Innovation Workshop. And so they have a little like disc that spins and a camera that it does essentially the same thing, the structure from motion, but it's on a, it's only 6 inches away from the object and it spins it at whatever interval you set. And it's a watertight model because it closes all the gaps. It's just the software that does it. So this would need a different program to make it watertight, which is not something I'm familiar with how to do. So we would be able to get the image out of it, but to be able to print it, it might take some more processing.
Right.
Yeah. How big of a piece do you guys want?
I think that'll be great.
Okay.
With genetics now, that should be fine.
Should we also take a water sample here, or how many
Niskins have we fired so far?
We fired 1 Niskin so far.
Yeah,
sure.
Let's do it.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of corals. Maybe this isn't the Cyboglucordia. That one said it was a little bit delicate, but that doesn't necessarily seem to be true with this one. That'll work.
Looks great.
You guys are all right with that?
There's an octopus there.
Yeah.
All right, great.
Yeah, it's a nice specimen. Pink little polyps.
Yeah, none of the tentacles are out. Or does this one doesn't have tentacles? It does, right? Oh, look!
Yeah,
the
it does.
octopus is coming to check it out. It's a curious octopus. He's coming closer.
He's coming at us. He must be.
Yes, he really
Confused.
Zoom Steve.
This is my ocean. Get out of here.
Hi, Otta.
Why not? Oh, he's so cute.
This is very different behavior from other octopus that we've seen.
Yes, I would agree.
I've never seen one do this.
He's young and dumb. Doesn't know better yet.
Or he's just curious.
He's trying to see what's going on.
Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah, so you could put it in there. Oh wait, no, you can't. Oh, starboard, yes, starboard, yeah, you can put it in any of them. They're all empty, except for F. Yep, that works.
So where are we putting it?
Starboard bio box A.
And we think that this is a paragorgid, or the other one, what were we calling it?
Yeah, you could just say SIBO, S-I-B-O.
Okay. Not C-Y-B-O, like, okay. SIBO. Okay, it's double.
Oh no, yeah, I saw her collection was less. It's S-I-B-O. Awesome. Thank you.
Said you wanted to do a Niskin? Possibly?
Yes.
Yes. Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, you want to do a
Thank you for
Niskin?
reminding us.
Okay.
This is Niskin sample 13.
So this will be
sample 13.
Yeah, this will be sample 14. 1-4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And which is it? Niskin 2.
Yep. Niskin bottle number 2.
Thank you.
I think we need Niskin cam.
Yeah, port cam. We need the port cam. Switch the camera so we can see the Niskin fire.